Right now, there's a major need for housing in Madison.
The city is growing quickly and developers are trying to keep up. Just today, a developer opened an apartment building with more than 250 units in the East Washington-Milwaukee Street area. More on that in a bit. At last night, the Madison Common Council, they approved a zoning change for another company to build luxury student apartments at West Johnson and Bassett. That building would have more than 230 units. But an expert says those two developments on their own won't touch rising rent prices and the city's limited housing supply.
New at 10, Caroline Dade has you covered on the ideas Madison Alders have to start addressing the problem.
If you ask many city leaders, they'll tell you Madison has a housing problem.
We need more housing, period. It is at a crisis point.
Folks who used to live in Madison but can no longer afford to live here. And I just think people are getting fed up.
An urban planning professor from UW-Madison told Alders Tuesday night the city needs to build 3,500 to 4,000 apartments each year just to keep rent consistent with inflation.
Take your best year, turn it up to 11, do it consistently for a decade, and you'll tread water.
But that still won't bring down rent prices. Alder Tag Evers says he doesn't think the city can build its way out of the crisis, so he wants to establish an affordable housing task force.
We need help. It's time that we need to call upon the business community and the developer community. We're not going to be able to get out of it unless we really talk and work together collaboratively.
He says he wants the group to look at what's working in other parts of the country to see if we can do that here, too.
We're in, it feels like, in dire straits, but other cities have come to that same awareness and have tried to come up with solutions.
Evers isn't alone in looking toward a collaborative approach. Alder Juliana Bennett says she wants to spearhead a task force to look specifically at affordable housing for students.
We need to have students at the table. I think that we need to have a robust amount of experiences. So undergrads, graduate students, non-traditional students.
She says she wants the task force to also include experts, university leaders, and local business representatives. Bennett tells me she doesn't have a timeline for when the task force would start. She says right now she's taking time to identify who needs to be at the table and figure out concrete goals for the group.
All right, Caroline, thank you.